Imperial Sir, Imperial Sirs, most worshipful Grandmasters, the distinguished representatives of the 138th Imperial Session, my dear fellow nobles, before anything else, I would like to personally apologize to each and every one of you for not coming up on stage with the Shriners official headgear, our fez. It is due to the reason that the airline has not been able to deliver my fez after 2 days. Thank you very much for your indulgence. For and in behalf of the nobility of Agila Shriners, Mindanao, Philippines, I most fraternally move for the approval and adoption of item number 18 in the call of the 2012 Imperial Session to grant a permanent charter to Agila Shriners, thereby be officially recognized as Agila Shriners number 195 of Shriners International.
You've heard the most eloquent motion. Do I hear a second? All those in favor, ballot books up. Vote. I guess we have some discussion regarding this matter. I'll recognize John, you have discussion regarding item number 18 in the call. Yeah, if they can turn the mic down on at the...
Number 9, Imperial Sir, Imperial Sirs, all the rest of us. I would be remiss if I didn't comment on this. Almost 9 or 10 years ago, my son, Richard Tyson,
there you go. I was just going to say, Bill asked me to... We all know you, John, but please...
Oh, yes, John, excuse me, John Tyson Senior, they say. About 10 years ago, noble Richard Tyson, who is an actor, called me and took me to the Philippines to go back to the South Sea Islands. And it was Boho Pilot. He took our Bear Bryant tackle Adrian, noble Adrian, that's 6'5" and weighs 250 and looks skinny. We went through those islands after the World War II, and when we reached every place, you found Masons, you found Scottish Rite, you found York Rite, you found fezzes that long ago. And I remember when we put on our fezzes way down in Bohol Province, down next to Mindanao, and those of you may know where that is, a fella came sliding up there and had his fez from Aloha and says, "Are we having a ceremonial?" I want to tell you that we should have done this a long time ago. The Philippines, the president told me, go back and tell your president, which I did, I don't know how I managed to get in, that we've got a lot of friends over there, and that's the key to the Orient, and we're glad to have them back, sir. And I thought that Richard would say that it was important that we got over there to shake hands with those wonderful people. I'm out.
Thank you very much. Seeing no other discussion. All those in favor of item 18 in the call, ballot books up. Down. All those opposed to item 18 in the call, ballot books up. I declare the motion carries. At this time, I'd like all the representatives, and we'll present the charter from Agila. Please have them come forward.
With the permission of our Imperial potentate, Imperial Sir Michael G. Severe, may I most fraternally request the members of the Agila Shriners delegation to join us on stage in this historic presentation. Thank you, Imperial Sir. May I likewise request illustrious Pablo C. Co. Jr., the immediate past potentate of Mabuhay Shriners, our principal sponsor, to join us on stage together with the illustrious Thomas F. Santiago and his party, our secondary sponsor from our Mother Temple, Aloha Shriners, to join us on stage.
Okay, at this time, I think you have a few more words, and you also have a film. We'll try to keep it somewhat time.
Thank you once again, Imperial Sir. May I request Noble Amini to please bring those things forward? Imperial Sir, Imperial Sirs, most worshipful Grandmasters, the distinguished representatives of the 2012 Imperial Session. Words cannot express how deeply honored and thankful we are, members of Agila Shriners, for having been officially recognized as the 195th Temple of Shriners International. As announced by our Imperial potentate, Michael G. Severe, in a few moments, there will be a video presentation of Agila Shriners as a shrine temple under dispensation. For each and every one of you to see for yourselves how Agila Shriners started and where it is today. We can only say that Agila Shriners will forever be a shrine temple marked by moral leadership, educational advancement, and philanthropic endeavors. And we shall be guided by our adopted theme of Shriners in creed and in deed, together with the motto, think, speak, and act as Shriners. Without further ado, may I request our Imperial Potentate, Michael G. Severe, to please join us. Imperial Sir Michael G. Severe, our beloved Imperial Potentate, as I present to you this barong, it reminds me of the time when I first knelt at the Dimole altar, for we both started on the same level. And now we are once again together, serving Shrindom for the best interests of the less fortunate members of society, most particularly the burned and crippled children. Wear this with pride as the potentate who has been the only one to have Agila Shriners being recognized as the 195th temple. Imperial Sir, we present this to you with our deepest appreciation. And now request our Chief Rabban, Past Grandmaster, Most Worshipful Peter Limlosoy, to present this Agila shirt. May I now request the Assistant Rabban, Noble Reynaldo I. Reyes, to present our banneret. We will be most ungrateful if we do not recognize the effort of our ever-reliable Imperial Recorder, the Imperial Sir Jack H. Jones. Imperial Sir Jack H. Jones has been our inspiration, having guided us through and through from the first time we petitioned for dispensation. all communications from Agila Shriners sent to Shriners International has been made by our noble recorder, Benjamin S. Helly, whom Agila Shriners referred to as the Mr. Do-It-All. May I now request our noble recorder, Benjamin S. Helly, to present the barong, our Agila shirt, and the banneret to our Imperial recorder, the Imperial Sir Jack H. Jones. Imperial Sir Jack H. Jones, we still owe you one for having granted you as an honorary member of Agila Shriners through a unanimous resolution. Your honorary membership certificate number 1-A is still missing like my face. Anyhow, Imperial Sir, given the appropriate occasion, we shall present to you from the bottom of our hearts. May I now call on our Deputy Imperial Potentate, Imperial Sir Alan W. Madsen, to please come forward. Imperial Sir, in due time, you will be our Imperial Potentate. As the youngest shrine temple of Shriners International, Agila Shriners number 195 hereby reiterates our commitment to work hand in hand with you, and as a symbol of oneness, we present to you this Agila banneret. Before I finally step down, may I make a special request to our Imperial Potentate to do one official act. Agila Shriners, while under dispensation, has approved a unanimous resolution granting illustrious Pablo Sico Jr. the title of Honorary Past Potentate, having been the one who has given us the inspiration and who endorsed the creation of Agila Shriners to be the second shrine temple in the Philippine shrine jurisdiction. May I now request the Imperial Potentate, Imperial Sir Michael G. Severe, to invest the Imperial Potentate's collar and jewel on illustrious Pablo Sico Jr.
Thank you. Good thing they didn't lose that on the airplane. I think we're going to show the video now.
Thank you very much, Imperial Sir, and our well-esteemed representatives for bearing with us.
We wish to express our appreciation to Shriners International for having approved the formation of a Shriners Temple in Mindanao and for their continuing support for our present and future plans and programs. It is to Shrinedom that we dedicate this humble presentation. Mindanao, with a land area of 97,530 square kilometers and a population of over 20 million people in the southern part of the Philippines, about 10,000 miles west of the United States across the Pacific, has a long-running history of conflict and friendship. Here, in the 1940s, American and Filipino soldiers fought and died side by side in combat in a struggle for freedom. In another struggle in the 1970s, Americans Ron Krupa and Robert Kennedy, with a crew of Filipino biologists, struggled to save the Philippine eagle from extinction by breeding the bird in captivity, and in so doing, were saving the Philippine environment. The Philippine eagle, from which we have drawn inspiration for our name, Agila Shriners, is among the largest in the world, with the longest wingspan, and is endemic to Mindanao. The great American aviator Charles Lindbergh, who made the first solo non-stop flight across the Atlantic, called this majestic raptor the noblest flyer in the sky. The territory of a single Philippine eagle covers 100 square kilometers of forest area. It is like the Philippine eagle that we, in the Agila Shriners, hope to cover the vastitude of Mindanao and usher our crippled children into normal lives. On April 4, 2011, the Mindanao Shrine Club submitted a petition for dispensation to Shriners International to form a Mindanao Shrine Temple. The petition was signed by 386 nobles and 131 master masons. The lead conveners in this petition were Most Worshipful Romeo A.U., past Grand Master, and Most Worshipful Peter U. Limlo Sui, past Grand Master. The petition was favorably endorsed by Illustrious Pablo C. Co. Jr., Potentate of Mabuhay Shriners, and Illustrious Thomas F. Santiago, Potentate of Aloha Shriners. On July 2, 2011, at 8:30 a.m., Most Worshipful Romeo A.U. and other nobles appeared before the joint committee meeting of the Committees on International Development, Dispensation and Charters and Jurisdictional Lines for clarificatory questions. All questions were satisfactorily answered. On July 5, 2011, at the 137th Imperial Session, the petition was presented on the floor for approval. Illustrious Pablo C. Co. Jr., Potentate of Mabuhay Shriners, was the primary sponsor. The petition was unanimously approved and the dispensation was handed to Illustrious Pablo C. Co. Jr. Most Worshipful Romeo A.U. delivered the message of thanks for the unanimous vote. Back in Davao from the 137th Imperial Session, Illustrious Romeo A.U. convened the Shriners from all over Mindanao to elect the provisional officers of Agila Shriners. The three principal officers elected were Romeo A.U., Provisional Potentate, Peter U. Limlo Sui, Chief Raban, and Reynaldo I. Reyes, Assistant Raban. After the grant of dispensation, Agila Shriners conducted ceremonials in several key areas in Mindanao. October 6 to 8, 2011 in Davao City, where 137 nobles were created. On December 1 to 3, 2011, in Cagayan de Oro, where 67 nobles were created. On March 22 to 24, 2012, in Coronadal City, where 28 nobles were created, and on May 17 to 19, 2012, in Surigao City, where 23 nobles were created. Total creations to date, 255. Total membership as of June 15, 2012, 701. 2 more ceremonials are projected for 2012. The Agila Shriners charity arm is the Mindanao Nobles Foundation Incorporated, a non-stock, non-profit foundation registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and granted a 3-year probationary tax-exempt status by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. The incumbent president is Noble Reynaldo I. Reyes, the Assistant Raban of the Agila Shriners. The foundation supports a ward at the Southern Mindanao Medical Center in Davao City, treating children with clubfoot deformities. Our medical team is composed of orthopedic surgeons who are fellows in their fields and are active members of Agila Shriners. The head of the team, Noble Espiridion R. Reyes, medical doctor, is a London-trained surgeon who was also our medical director when we were under Aloha Shriners. We have so far operated on more than 300 clubfoot children and expect to increase our number of patients as we accumulate more funds for the project. All beginnings with audacious ends seem impossible, but truth is, the impossible just takes a little more time. From our current strength of 701, we intend to break the 1,000 mark in the coming years and sustain that number onward with annual multiple ceremonials. As it was in the long drama of our nation's intertwined history, we ask for your understanding and patience, that you look kindly on our Herculean challenge ahead and stay the course with us in our dream to build a Shriners Hospital for crippled children in Mindanao. It is our hope that with this dream, the welded history of the United States and the Philippines will forge a new chapter of friendship, one beyond wars, beyond saving the environment, to saving our crippled children. We strongly believe that our children are just as important as our nations. God bless the Shrinedom.
Thank you. Let's officially welcome our new 195th Temple Shriners International. I now recognize for a special report Imperial Sir Jim Kane.